Do 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 do. Draw with Mr. Greg!
Hi boys and girls, today I'm going to show you how you can draw this. With Groundhog's Day coming up, my buddy Rainmaker is getting ready for the big day and he'll be holding up Punxsutawney Phil. So we're going to get started here with the head and then we'll move on to the body and then we'll put on the stump that he comes out of. To start this, we'll do his nose first. So do a little bit of a line that curves and then a line that comes down on an angle and another one that comes down on an angle to meet in the middle. Now I've tried drawing this and filling in the nose and it doesn't look as good, so just leave it empty. Go ahead and put on the eyes, which are kind of angled towards one another. They're kind of tilted. And then you're gonna leave a little bit of it white so it looks shiny, but color those in with your marker. Under the nose, we're gonna come down a little bit, and then we're going to curve this way and this way. And these are hard lines to do well, so be careful. The distance between the nose and the side of the mouth is about the same as the length of the nose. So we're gonna come over here and put a dot, and over here and put a dot. That's where we want our mouth to go up to. And we want to put a little indication of fur because groundhogs are furry animals. Okay, now this is the tough one, so I'm gonna do some practice curves. Okay, here we go, and connect. Over here I'm doing a practice curve and connect. Now a lot of animals do look like this, so you could use this same type of trick for a dog or a lion or a cat, but this is what it's going to make it look different, these teeth. Now it could look like a rabbit for a while, but once we put on the ears, you'll be able to tell it's a groundhog and not a rabbit. All right, above the eyes, put a little bit of a curve, and then a tiny ear here and a tiny ear here. Now the head, he is gonna kind of get wider as he goes down, so we're gonna just do a couple little curves out and curves out for the hair. Come over here, try to keep it balanced. This is basically a symmetrical drawing, the same on both sides, so slow down and draw it neatly on both sides of the head. Now, as far as the arms go, arms on a groundhog are not very long. Okay, they're pretty short, but they are wide. So instead of making them real skinny, I'm gonna start down here, and that is where I'm gonna start zigzagging up, and they get real skinny as they get closer to the hand. So they're wide and then they kind of taper to a skinny hand. We'll just put on 4 fingers, a thumb and 3 fingers like that. Okay, on this side, a thumb and 3 fingers like that. Now I have had a lot of practice drawing hands, so I might have made that look easy, but it's not as easy as it looks. Okay, as far as the body goes, you're going to want to kind of angle it so that it gets a little wider. Don't make it come the whole way out here or he'll look like he's melting. And don't make it come in like this. I'm going to just slightly angle outwards. Okay? Now you could make him look furry if you wanted, but that line is important to make it angle out. Now, as far as the stump, we're just gonna put in some lines like that, and then you can kind of send some down and then over and down and over and down. Okay, maybe there are different heights. Mine isn't exactly the same on both drawings. Neither's the face. It's okay. Every time I draw something, it's a little different. Now, when you put on the sign for his stump, you're going to want to make sure it's nice and neat. So, P, his name is Phil, so Phil, but I'm going to put the P and the L so that I can center it. I'm going to put them far apart from each other, and then I'm going to come and put in the extra letters. That way I know it's nice and centered on the stump. Okay, I'm gonna go and put in that sign that goes around the letters. And now I'm just gonna finish off the stump by coming to the side of his body, curving out around, and then down. Now when you go to put on the texture or the bark on the tree, don't draw your lines going the whole way down. Don't just keep doing this. Skip a little bit, put in some broken lines. Okay, some might be closer together than others. Some might be coming straight from behind the sign. Now you can see on this one I made him have a big line right here. I think it looks good with or without it, but since it's over here, I am going to include it here too. Be careful not to go the whole way up onto his tooth or his teeth. Just start curving before you get to that point and then come back down. Now when you go to color this, be careful not to use the same exact color for the stump as you do for Phil, because if you make him brown and the stump brown, he'll look like he's part of the stump. So maybe use different pressures on your brown, or maybe mix your colors. A little bit of orange mixed into brown might give you a different shade of brown, a little bit of yellow. You know, there's lots of ways that you can play around with color so that it doesn't look like he's part of the stump. I'm doubling up this line here, making him the most important part by thickening up his line. And I'm going to do that same thing to give that mouth a little bit of shadow underneath. Alright, if you would like to do the same thing on the tree stump itself, thicken up some lines here and there, you can. I hope you have fun with this, and I'll see you on the next video. Happy Groundhog's Day!